All right, fashion goes. While I'm getting set up, I'm waiting on Mimi. I'm going to add her back. And we're going to continue this interview. That was a great conversation. We were talking about manifestation and more with supermodel and singer and songwriter Mimi Roche. We're going to continue this interview. We have some more amazing, great questions that we're going to ask her. We're going to be talking about beauty. We didn't really get a chance to talk about that in the beginning of our interview because we had to start all over because the chat just completely froze on us. But we're going to pick up where we left off, and then we're going to conclude this interview. This is the second show for today. Tomorrow we have Nelson Davis. He is going to be joining us, and we have Ness Music. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that tomorrow on Style by Stevie. All right, and Mimi is back station in the previous part of our interview. It wouldn't let me save it, so we had to start a whole new thing. So there we go. We're back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk beauty, because as you guys can see, our girl's Mimi's face is beat for the gods. Both of our faces are beat for the gods. So let's talk beauty. What are some of your 5 beauty go-tos?
Ooh, some days right now, green tea, green tea bags under your eyes just in case you had a rough night.
Oh yeah.
Like, I didn't even know until recently I got bit by something, so I'm dealing with that. I don't know what to do about that yet. But shout out to my lovely makeup artist for today, Walter. He got me, he hooked me up today. But, you know, I do love my Bobby Brown. I'm a Bobby Brown fan. I like to glow. I like to be oily. Like, I'm shining, you know, I could be powdering myself down right now, but I like to look like I'm about to drip sometimes, so I'm okay with that. But I know a lot of people like the powder and then nice, you know, highlights, like your highlights is popping. You know, I should know how to do that for myself by now, but I'm like, no, I got to have somebody else do it. I'm not the best. But, let's see. I kind of stick to what I know because I don't wear a lot of makeup. But Tom Ford has some pretty cool things out right now.
Oh, yes.
Like some new things coming, or that we used today, actually. You know, beauty counters. Are you familiar with beauty counters?
Yes, I sure am.
That's pretty legit. I cannot say anything against them. They have a foundation color that's pretty close. I mean, it looks like what would you call it? A natural face. You put it on, it looks like you have on nothing, but your skin just looks flawless. And I really love that. Yeah, there are a couple of things out there that I like, but I use like 2 things. But just make sure you wash your face well. I'll say that. Make sure you wash your face. Get the makeup off at night.
Yes.
And take your lashes off right, because, I be ripping mine out. That's not good.
Ooh. That adhesive is something, girl. Like, I don't know how many lashes I got. I'm looking at them over there on my vanity. I have a good bit of them. And I just be tearing off, but I figured out, okay, you got to take them off the right way. And yes, I agree with you on sleeping in the makeup. But sometimes we just be coming home late, all hours of the night, and we just don't feel too lazy to take it off. But ladies, make sure that you're doing that, because that bacteria can build up on your pillow and stuff, and it causes breakouts and so many things. So I keep my little makeup removal wipes in my purse or right there beside my vanity. Like, I have a bunch of them. I love Neutrogena makeup removal cloths. Yes, the nighttime ones, the one that has the lavender scent and the purple pack. Those are the ones that I use. And then I use the this one that's got a cucumber scent to them. It's not a big brand or anything, but I love those. It's got the, what is it called, multicellular water. Those are the
Uh-huh.
ones that I like as well too. Great and excellent for removing makeup.
Yeah.
So make sure you're doing that. And it's funny you mentioned Tom Ford makeup because I love his foundation. I think it's the Untraceable foundation. That one right there blends into your skin tone perfectly to looks like you're almost wearing nothing.
Mhm.
So,
Yes. If I wasn't out here, it's 90 plus degrees. It's almost 100 degrees where I am. So if I
whew,
wasn't outside, I would probably look a little better. But I'm okay. I ain't mad.
your skin still looks amazing. Both of our skin still look amazing. Our melanin is still popping. So y'all
Yes.
take that beauty moment from both of us. But yes, what my last part of the conversation is, what advice would you give to young black women and young girls who are looking to get into the music industry? Not only the music industry, but modeling.
Yes. Um, the music industry is a little harder. Not harder to get into per se. Is my answer. It would be a little harder. Because I'm even newer to that side as far as being an artist. However, I will say that boundaries, as I mentioned before, are a must-have because there are so many people out here willing to take advantage of someone that just doesn't know any better, and you just have to take care of yourself. Um, the work ethic has to be there. What I'm knowing is you don't have to be this big powerhouse singer to um, to do good work, to have a good talent or a good skill. So don't ever sleep on your gift, thinking that don't compare yourself to the next person, thinking that they sound this way or they're doing this, they look like this, I can't do it, I don't look like that or sound that way. Yeah, the comparisons they have to go. Um, I know, social media is a big deal right now as far as, and it's been for a while, getting your name out there. So if anybody wants to do my social media, please hit me up. But, you just do the work. Do the work and believe in yourself. Because the truth is, if God gave you the gift, He gave it to you for you to use it. You are a light, and you're not supposed to hide that light. And that is one thing when I talk about the change. Sometimes if our light does not line up exactly biblical, we get so confused and stuck and don't know how to move. We can't even think of a way to move, especially for Christians. So for anyone that may be struggling with that, just know that if God gave you the gift, He wants you to use it. It makes room for you, and He will handle the details. He'll handle the details. He'll put you in the position that you're supposed to be in. Set your boundaries. He'll bring the right people. Let God be your business partner. That goes out to everybody. Let God be your business partner.
Oh, we got a question from 2000s models. They said, who were the nicest girls to you backstage at shows? You really had to ask that question, 2000s models, but go ahead, baby.
And that's a funny question. Backstage at shows, Alex was definitely
I love her.
doll, like one of the most beautiful people, inside and out. Like I remember one of the last conversations I had with her. I just was looking at her like, girl, you are good. But she's sweet. She's a super sweet person. Kiana Grant at the time, she's married now to me. Janelle McKenzie. My goodness, they're honestly that's a hard thing because I know I'm gonna leave out some people, but there is some really amazing girls. Doutzen, she does Victoria's Secret. I think she's made still because Victoria's Secret.
And L'Oreal, she was in the L'Oreal campaigns too. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember us sharing before, things took off, us sharing cabs, trying to get around the city and, just make sure that we were taking care of each other, because we all looked out for each other. Chanel, Iman, shout out to Chanel. It would be a lot of people that I would have to sit here and think about. It's like an award for the sweetest person to me. But everyone was great, especially. It was a lot of girls that were out there. And regardless of what people said, Naomi was nice too.
Yes, she was.
She was nice too. She was nice. She my first experience with her, I didn't know what to expect because I was listening to other people. And I was like, here comes Naomi. What's she going to say? But she was just nice, I never had a negative interaction with her. Tyra, because Tyra was the person that really made me feel like I could be a model. So when I was younger, people would say, you look like a little Tyra Banks. And I didn't know who Tyra Banks was. So I was like, who is this lady? So I looked her up, and I was like, oh, she's amazing. And then we end up having the same agents once I started working. And, my agent put me in contact with her. So because I let him know how much I loved her. And I don't even think he let me. I knew that he was her agent as well. And he was just like, oh, send a little email. It was just, everybody. I don't remember a single issue with any mom.
And I had to save the best question for last. Now, we know that back in the day, it was Naomi, Cindy, Christy Turlington, Linda Evangelista, and Yasmin. Who would you include in your supermodel dream team?
Okay, let me say Yasmin too, because she was always tall. I love her. We worked together often. Okay, so the question is, like what, a top 5?
Yes, your dream team, because we know that they were that was the group right there. Cindy Crawford, Christy Turlington, Naomi Campbell, Linda Evangelista, and Yasmin Gurry. And I forgot about Tatiana. And they all did the George Michael video together. So who would you include in your supermodel lineup? Who would you include in your supermodel squad?
Oh my gosh.
It's so many of them.
You
It's
want to
so
know that's
many.
a hard question when people are your friends. That's not an easy question. I'm gonna try to name people out. I don't know like that. Do you? Oh my gosh. I want to say her name right. Oh my. I don't know if you know who Ujwala is. Um, beautiful Indian lady. Just like, when I started modeling, I would look at her and be like, oh, she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. I want to say this name right. Maybe if I try, you may know. Amari? No, that's not right. Oh, no.
Ujwala Roche. Yeah, there it is in the comments. Someone put it in there, and they asked, "Did you talk to Isabelle
Did I?
Fontana? Did you ever talk to Isabelle?"
Um, I'm not sure. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. There are a ton of people, but not that I can say off the top of my head. But yeah, Ujwala. So there was a girl. I don't know if you're familiar. Jay-Z had a video, change clothes video. Are you familiar with change clothes video?
Yes,
All right. So the girl who walked down the runway, short hair.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, love her, love her, and I know her name, but it's escaping me right now. Somebody find her, figure out, find her. But yes, love her, and of course I'm gonna have to say Tyra because she is what I started this. Um,
That's it. 2000 models. That's her. Because I remember flipping through the pages of Essence, and I
I
seen
did
her,
say
and I
her
think it
name,
was in a.
Amara. I said Marie, Amara. Right? Yes. That's her. She is the truth. Like, really, like just did what she wanted to do, and I think when I like a girl, it's because she's like a part of me, and you know, she was just a badass. You know, I love her essence. Oh my goodness, that I can't even really say all of those people because you already sold the icons, and now I gotta pick through my friends. I pick through people that I know, and it's hard. That's a hard one. That's a real hard one. That's a hard one. So I'm gonna stop. I may hit you up
It's
with some
so
more
many. Girl,
right.
I be doing my research. I had to go back because my father and my mom, they put me on to Essence magazine, and I ordered a stack of them, and I'm looking at them right now. So
Yeah,
just going through, looking back at all the supermodels, like the
yeah,
Pat Cleveland, I forgot about her.
yeah.
Um, who else? The first trans black woman to appear on the hair color box was Tracy Norman Africa. And she did Essence, she did Chanel, she did so many fashion shows and fashion
Right.
magazine covers. Like she was big and booming in the 70s and the 80s. And she still is. Of course we know Iman, Beverly Johnson, uh Katusha. It's another one I cannot remember her name. Veronica Webb. Veronica Webb is another one as well too.
Mhm.
And 2000 models said Mimi, you and Janelle were so iconic at Cavalli's Fall Winter 2005 in the suit and dress when you walked together. I seen that video clip, and I think I posted it when I was announcing that she was coming on the show.
Yeah. Janelle. Yeah, I love her. Love her. She will always be in my top. Um, she. Yeah, that was a good one. I often like androgynous, things. So to be able to be the one in the suit and the one, walking down in that nature, it was good. Like I really enjoyed that and walking beside the beauty Janelle, like, and we haven't seen or really spoken and been as close as we used to be, but we were super close, and I love her dearly always. That was always a great show. Cavalli was fun, and he entertained me, to say the least.
And when he designed, it is sexy and it's classy. And you mentioned androgynous. I can go all the way back to the 80s. Grace Jones, she modeled, and a lot of people were just like, she's very strange. She's very odd. Is she a man? Is she a woman? She's all of these things and more. So Grace Jones set the trend for models who look just like her, like the one you mentioned. What's her name? Mariah. I
Myra.
can't pronounce it in the comments.
Oh,
Yes,
Myra.
Amara.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And I remember seeing her in Essence magazine, and she was walking down for, I think, the Baby Fat show. Because you mentioned in the beginning of the interview, Baby Fat was very popular. And Not only that, but you had Lil Kim. You had so many hip hop artists out during this time for this fashion show. Hip hop and music go together.
Yeah.
Well, hip hop and fashion
And
go
and
together. Y'all know what I mean. Yes, they go together because it's all a form of art. And just seeing these models walk down the runway, like at the Mugler shows, Mugler and Cavalli have something. When they deliver a piece of garment to us and the models are walking down the runway wearing these garments, it's
right.
making people want to go and purchase it. They're bringing it to life. Like I remember in one of the Mugler shows, I have another supermodel coming on. Her name is Carol Collins, and she walked in the Mugler show alongside Naomi Campbell, Roshumba, and so many other Katucha and all these other black supermodels out here. Uh-oh, it went out for a sec. We're going to conclude this interview. The last part of the conversation, we're talking a little bit with supermodel Mimi Roche, and then we're going to conclude, ladies and gentlemen. But it was all about beauty, fashion, motherhood, music, and more on today's episode of Style by Stevie. You guys got two shows. The first one is up. The episode is Girl Let's Talk. Mimi's going to come back, and then we're going to wrap up this interview. And thank you so much, 2000s models, for coming in and just showing me so much love and support. I appreciate you so much, and I love your page. That's actually how I found Mimi. So shout outs to 2000s models. So if you want to know anything about supermodels, fashion, and more, y'all go and follow 2000s models 100%. And thank y'all for tuning into my platform. I try to do the perfect blend of music, fashion, and beauty together so that everybody can just enjoy it, because it all goes hand in hand. Art is a form of freedom of expression, and we all should express ourselves however we feel, whether it's through fashion, whether it's through beauty. Hey Queen, hey Marcus, hey Tara B. I see you guys. I don't know who's still in here with me, but I'm going to conclude this interview in a few minutes. It is almost 6 o'clock. I'm going to go get some dinner after this and go through these magazines. It's so many. Oh my goodness. But I hope you guys are enjoying today's show 100%. Famous Mood times 2. I think her phone might have died. If not, then Mimi should be coming back. I'm going to wait a little bit. But I hope you guys took something from this interview. And the point that I want to make is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We all come in so many different skin tones, so many different backgrounds, so many different cultures, so many different varieties, religion, all of that and more. God made us different for a reason. And the why God created us different, because he didn't want us to all be the same. He wanted us to be beautiful in our own divine right. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer on Mimi, and then we're going to conclude this interview. But you guys got two shows today. Tomorrow joining me, we have Nelson J. Davis, who is an actor and model, and ladies, you're in for a treat. And we also have Jad Ness Music at 4 p.m. This Friday, we welcome our new co-host, Johnny Ludd. He is going to be our new co-host here at Style by Stevie. So I told you guys I have two male co-hosts now. So you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get the woman perspective, and you're going to get the male perspective from EJ and Johnny. So Friday, tune in for that. Also, Mario Brown is going to be here Friday. Thursday, we have Ron Royster should be coming back. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I'm so excited. We have some great guests lined up. June 30th, you know, Angie Stone is coming to the show as well, too. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And if we don't have any further questions, I am going to conclude this interview, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me and beautiful supermodel and songstress and songwriter, Mimi Roche. I love you all. I want you guys to remember that you're beautiful. That's just a reminder. You're beautiful in every way. God created you different because he didn't want us all to be the same. Wear your mask, wash your hands, be safe, and you guys take care. Thank you for tuning into Style by Stevie Talk Show. I'm Miss Stevie, the host and creator, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Nelson J. Davis and John Ness Music tomorrow on Style by Stevie. Take care.